like to welcome everybody to the podcast featuring our upcoming club championship this weekend. This is the men's club championship. This is the second consecutive week that we've had a club championship here at Oxmoor CC, and let's just begin by thanking Mike Coy and his staff for their work in preparing for the golf course over the last 2 weeks. Been unbelievable, Richard, and his staff as a general manager. You got to be awfully proud of it.
Absolutely, Josh. It's been a very difficult summer, as we know. It could go down as the hottest summer ever for Louisville, and trying to take care of these bent grass fairways and greens, very difficult. Many clubs around the area are really stressed out, and to have the golf course as good as it is a tribute to Michael and all the hard work he has done with his staff.
You know, it is very fortunate, and you know this, and stand behind the counter. I mean, when you have a great golf course and great product, it makes everybody's recreational time better. So, Mike, thank you very much. Let's just jump on in here, and we're going to begin in the men's division. This year we have the men's division is open. They're playing for the first time, Richard, for a parking spot. The OMGA wanted to add an additional parking spot for all the guys who weren't strong enough for the club championship tees, and so we threw that in there, and we got 3 flights in that, beginning with the Turfway flight. We look down here at the Turfway flight. 9 individuals are competing for this flight. Low handicap is 11.0. Bert Robinson, who's been playing some great golf, but as I look at it, I'm going to highlight Tim Mayhair and Ed Fenton. Tim Mayhair has been playing exceptional on the Sundays that he's been out here. He's really been collecting on the skins game throughout the year. And then Ed Fenton, he's flying in from India that night. Will be here on Saturday morning from India if all things go accordingly to play in this. So I'm gonna pick him.
That's dedication there, but I'm not sure about that time flight change coming back from across the Far East.
That's
there.
Right.
Yeah, Tim Mayhair, I've seen him out here late at night on number 9 putting, working on his short game. So I'm sure that's helping his scores. I'm going to go down towards the bottom there. Alan Crooms, who's a big body fit guy. He was doing the boot camp with us all summer, lost a bunch of weight, or all winter, lost a bunch of weight. I think he's going to be tough. And I think also Bert Robinson right there at the top. He's been playing really well all summer long.
He has. And you know, Alan Crooms, just want to note on that, 16.7 index. Not only has he lost weight, he's lost a lot of handicap too.
Yeah,
so,
that's right.
Good job, Alan. Keeneland flight, moving into the Keeneland flight, Mac Deegan, he's the feature player in the Keeneland flight. He's an 8.0 index. You got Trey Joyce as a 10.8 and Casey Cox on the backside of that. And I mean, you look at this flight right here, Rich, a lot of strong players are in this flight.
Absolutely.
You know, young guys, Cyril Ledoux, Will Shoemaker, there's the length in the flight. But I'm going to take a couple of old, I'm going with the old wily veteran right here, the 19th hole legend, Duke York and Mark Stewart. I like those 2 guys to perform well out of this flight, and those are going to be my picks.
They have the experience for sure. I'm going to go on the other side. A new member, Denny Merrifield. He used to play a lot out of polo fields when I was out there, and Denny's a good athlete and very competitive, and he's going to be right in there. And then I think Trey Joyce, who's getting ready for the World DuPont Amateur and the Golf Channel something or other. I mean, here's a guy that plays a lot of golf, gambling golf, and knows how to get it in the hole when it's under the pressure.
He's been playing competitive golf, and he's done really well in the Oxmoor Cup in the gross match plays, and been moving right through his flight. So I can't disregard that pick right there. Now we're going to the big guns, the Churchill flight. This flight features some players who qualified to play from the championship tees, wanted to drop down and play from the royalties, thought maybe the golf course is a little strong for them at this time. And you know, there's some great players in this field. Past champion Mike Porter from the senior club championship last year. You also have Tom Cox, who's been a featured club champion around here for a long time. And then you look at it, and we got a lot of young guns in this flight as well. So handicap breakdowns 4.8 to 7.8. And I'm gonna go again with the old wily veterans. I mean, I really like Rick Fleischer. Watched him hit the balls the other day on Tuesday night. He was swinging it great at the range. Of course, he had his caddy by his side, so I don't know if his caddy will be there this weekend, but I really like Rick and the way that he's swinging the golf club right now.
Absolutely. No matter what the competition is, member guests, members, club championship, Rick is going to get it up out of the dirt, and he's going to be right there. I'm going to take the youngest guy in the group. This is a Teague Ridge guarantee right here. Anthony Thornton looks like to me we got a bunch of 40 pluses, and you got Anthony in there who's going to hit his iron off the tee and keep it in play. But I like Anthony's chances there. You know, we'll see how he can handle up to dropping down to that flight.
And also too, I mean, just to note in that, you know, Dave Zimmerman, who was past champion last year of the men's division, he's in that flight as well. So Anthony's got some stiff competition in there, and we'll see how that works out. Now let's just go right into the championship flight. This is the open division. This is the group that's playing from the black tees. Again, our black tees this year is going to feature a little bit more length than we have in the past.
Absolutely.
And you know, they're going to get a stern test of golf from our golf course. And you know, wow, how many great players are in this flight. I mean, it's the who's who of low handicappers here at Oxmoor. And obviously Brad Faulkner, our 3-time champions in the field, as well as our 3-time medalist, co-runner-up here, Drew McWhorter. You also have the past champion Mike Schmitt in the field, and just our recent senior club champion Alan Donhoff is in the field. So a lot of great players in here. What do you think, Rich?
Absolutely. You know, there's 8 or 10 guys in here for sure, depending upon the day, that can shoot a score that will be good enough to win this thing under par. Vince Tyreg, you know, his problem is he hasn't been playing. So, you know, like last year, I think he shot 84-71. You know, if he comes in here with his game ready to go, he could be a factor. But I think you got to look right at the top at Brad Faulkner. If anybody wants to know how to play more golf, just own your own business, because the guy plays every day, basically. He played really well in the state amateur. Yes. I had a chance to win the thing.
Yes, he did.
And like I say, he plays a lot of golf, and his game is going to be there. It's going to be sharp. He's saying, you know, not a matter if he wins, but by how much, basically.
Well, you know, this year for the first time, he's got another fellow competitor in there who has just as much length as him, and that's Nick Gertz. Nick played for Bellarmine University. Nick has never played in the club championship in my tenure here, so this is the first time that he's had the opportunity to play. I look for him to play well. I also look for a guy like Ben Jansen, who's been playing very well this year. You know, going through, whether it's on a Tuesday night, Sunday men's game, just out playing with the boys. He's been through the golf course under par several times, a couple of times from the championship tees. I think he's playing well. And then my last pick, and then this is a first timer, but somebody who brings a lot of athleticism to it, and that's Chris Burke. Chris is a pretty good player. Have fortunate enough to play with Chris when he was playing baseball. Now he's not playing baseball and he's playing golf. There might be the same thing, the Brad Faulkner syndrome right there. He's got a lot of time on his hands to work on his golf game.
Absolutely. You know, I like to look at these, the championship flight as the guys that can go low. You know, the steady Eddies. Drew McWhorter is an excellent player. Steady is going to give you the, you know, pars and throw in a few birdies. But I like to see the guys that can string the low scores together. Ben Jansen certainly has done that this summer. Brad Faulkner, you know, a guy like Chris Musler. You know, he can go low. He can go high, but he can also go low. So we'll see how that pans out. But I'm going to throw out my trifecta there. I'm going to take Brad Faulkner on top. I'm going to throw Ben Jansen right underneath him in second, and then I'm going to go Steady Eddie Drew McWhorter right there for third.
I like that. You know, again, I'm going to go on top there with Brad Faulkner as well. I'm going to throw in Nick Gertz right there. He's going to be in that final group. And then obviously, I think Drew McWhorter, the 3 top handicap players in this field, are going to be the 3 that are playing in the final pairing on Sunday. So should be a great tournament. Check back here at oxmoorcc.com. We'll have podcasts coming out throughout the entire event, recapping it. And we sure do look forward to hosting this tournament. And it's going to be a lot of fun, Rich.
The weather's going to be perfect. The golf course is going to be great. Good luck to everybody that's playing this weekend. We really appreciate your support of Oxmoor Country Club.